If you've been following politics lately, you may have noticed one state garnering a lot of attention. Iowa. So why is it that the Hawkeye state is so important in the race for the Democratic presidential nomination? And does the winner of the Iowa caucuses end up predicting the eventual nominee? Well, since 1972, the Iowa caucuses have kicked off the process of choosing the Democratic presidential candidate. And then in 1976, the Republican Party followed suit, although the contest they had that year was limited. It really was 1980 that the Republican Party got going, making Iowa the first big test. But in that time, for both of those parties, there have been 10 winners of contested Democratic caucuses in Iowa. There have been 8 winners on the Republican side. So how did those winners of the Iowa caucus fare once all the other states have had their say?
Iowa maintains its tradition of delivering surprises. It is a launching platform for some and a trapdoor for others.
For Republicans, only 3 of the 8 winners of the Iowa caucuses actually went on to become their party's nominee for president. That's incumbent Gerald Ford back in 1976. 76 is when they had sort of a partial contest on the Republican side. Other than that was Bob Dole in 96. He won the Iowa caucuses, won the Republican nomination. And there was George W. Bush in 2000. Both Donald Trump in 2016 and Ronald Reagan back in 1980 did not win Iowa.
I guess you can say Reagan is in trouble.
But soon after losing Iowa, they won the New Hampshire primary. Reagan regained the momentum necessary to get him the nomination. So did Donald Trump, and both of them eventually won the presidency. For Democrats, the Iowa caucuses have proven to be a much stronger predictor when it comes to figuring out who the eventual presidential nominee is going to be. Out of the 10 winners of contested Iowa caucuses on the Democratic side since 1972, 7 have gone on to clinch the nomination. That's Jimmy Carter in 1976, Carter again in 1980, Walter Mondale in 1984, Al Gore in 2000, John Kerry in 2004, Barack Obama in 2008, and of course most recently, Hillary Clinton in 2016. Now, both Obama and Kerry's victories were considered surprises, not just that they won, but the scale of their victory.
Thank you, Iowa, for making me the comeback Kerry.
That gave their campaigns the energy needed to legitimize their candidacy in the eyes of the entire national Democratic electorate. Iowa has been a place where campaigns made some fatal mistakes as well.
And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House! Ah!
And in the 21st century, every single Democrat to win the Iowa caucuses has gone on to clinch the nomination. Of course, of those nominees, only Obama so far has also gone on to win the presidency.
That vision of America because of what you did here in Iowa.
So why is Iowa so good at predicting the eventual nominee for Democrats? Well, Iowans like to argue that their state is representative of the nation as a whole. Though if you look at the census data, it does tell a more complicated story. Iowa is over 90% white, but if you look at data from the Pew Research Center, you find out that less than 60% of the National Democratic Party is composed of non-Hispanic whites. So maybe it's just the fact that Iowa goes first. That's what makes it so important and such a launching pad for victory nationally, although that does not explain why the Democrats in Iowa have a much better track record than Republicans of having their winner become the national winner. And that's why you've seen the candidates all over the state in these final days doing whatever they can to give themselves a leg up for tonight's caucuses.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.